Oh, happy Friday, everybody. We are back for another Dermelect Live. It is 1 p.m. New York time on June 13th. Can't believe we are literally just zipping past into June. But thank God it's Friday. I'm very, very ready for the weekends, as I'm sure you are as well. And no better way to kick it off than here with you together. And we're gonna do a little bit of a different kind of take on a Dermelect Live. If you've been here before, you know this is a place where we have a chance to connect with you, the people who are shopping on Dermelect.com, that maybe you're here for the first time and you're discovering us, you saw an article about us, or you found us in the subscription box or on TV, or maybe we're friends already, you're a loyal customer, you have already discovered what Dermelect can do for you, and you're here to learn, to ask your questions, to be exposed to our new developments, new products, new launches. It all happens here on Dermelect.com, and we do a lot of different lives, but because this is our home base, this is our home turf, it feels a little bit different. It's not, if you can catch us on Amazon Lives and Instagram Lives, and there's no shortage of social platforms, definitely at this time in 2025, but Dermelect.com Lives always hit a little bit different. And today we're gonna do a little bit of a spin, no pun intended, on our live today. We are going to be doing something called Spin the Wheel. And we're gonna pan back and forth between it, but we basically have this wheel here that we usually use for kind of like when we have in-store activations and in-store events. This is a wheel that we've definitely used to create excitement and just have some fun with our customers. And we wanted to incorporate it in the Dermelect Live and use it as a way to learn a little bit something either about one of your favorite treatments or a treatment maybe that you've never tried before, or we can kind of mix it up with some skin tips, nail tricks, and et cetera, et cetera. So we're gonna be panning back and forth, right, Tim? Tim's here, everybody. And if you have any questions about the products that we're talking about today, or any other product for that matter, we're here, I'm here, we're in this together, and let's go for a spin. All right, so I'm gonna do the first spin right now. Okay, so we have landed on Smooth and Supple Lip Mask Melt. So you see on the wheel there, it was in this travel size componentry. We actually offer this SKU in 2 different sizes. The original size, if you know, comes in a 1 ounce jar like this, and it also features our signature zinc applicator, which really is a game changer. There's so many parts of a product journey, and there's so many aspects to create a successful product. Sometimes for me personally, it always comes down to formulation, but formulation can only take you so far. Your packaging, your messaging, even the product name. There's so many things that come into play when you're trying to create a beautiful offering to the person who's the end user, basically, to you. So Smooth and Supple really, operates on a lot of different levels. Firstly, the formula. Gorgeous, gorgeous formula. This is a product that is specially created for the driest, most chapped, most deprived, most dehydrated lips. If you have lips that are constantly moisture deprived, if they're cracking, if they're not the ideal pout, they're not, this is a product that is going to deeply hydrate and prime your lips to get your best pout ever. And whether you use it alone, which you can totally do, or whether you use it before color as like kind of like a protective barrier shield, this product goes to work instantly. And when you have the full size, you can use our Signature Zinc applicator to elevate the application. And you'll see here, you can drag it along the surface of the product, and when you apply it on the lips, it creates a very smooth and cooling and soothing application. So I'm wearing lip color right now, and you'll see it will accentuate the lip color, give you shine, give you like the look of like a hydrated lip. But if you want to use it before color, it actually will reinforce barrier repair. So what does that mean? Your lips and your skin, they have what's called a barrier, and that's the skin's ability to hold on to moisture. And your barrier can get weakened, either from the elements or aging or from many different factors. So you want to make sure in your routine you're using products and ingredients that are going to strengthen your skin's barrier. They're going to make your skin more fortified and more able to hold on to water so it looks smooth, so it looks supple, so it looks hydrated. This formulation features a beautiful symphony of oils: Abyssinian oil, jojoba oil, really antioxidant-rich oils that are going to help to lock in the moisture and quench your lips so that when you go to put it on, your lips will be transformed. And then if you're choosing to put color on thereafter, it's going to serve as almost like a primer, and it's going to help the color look smoother, brighter. The color payoff will be even better, and you'll get a longer lasting function. So this is a product that people, you can use it all year round. It's not just during the winter months that we need lip hydration. It's also during the summer months because we are combating heat and we're combating sweat and we're combating all of the elements. And it's so important to keep your lips hydrated just all year long. And again, the full size, which is what you see here, features our Signature Zinc applicator, which is so soothing and so lovely. But we also know that while you might keep this by your bed or by your desk, it might not be ideal for travel. Ergo, we created our travel size of Smooth and Supple. Same gorgeous formula, but in a easy to on-the-go travel size tube with the slant tip. And this is amazing to keep in your makeup bag or, on your carry-on. Super light, super easy, but making sure that you have the best kind of treatment, the best kind of TLC for your lips, no matter where you are. And that is Smooth and Supple. Again, beautiful ingredient story. I'm talking about Abyssinian oil, evening primrose oil, jojoba oil, all coming together in a very luxurious, comforting, pillowy texture that's going to really satisfy your lips. Okay. And if you have any questions about these products, or if you've used these products, because I know we're all familiar with each other here, let us know in the comments. I would love to hear your experience with Smooth and Supple. Okay, so that's Smooth and Supple. I guess we're gonna go for spin number 2 now. So here we go. And we're on Smooth and Supple again. This is live now. It's definitely not rigged. Okay, next we have, so this is landing on 2 treatments, one of which is that blue tube you see right there. If you're an OG to Dermelect, you know that blue tube very well. It is no other than our Rapid Repair Facial Moisturizer. When we first came out with this product, the Rapid Repair, it was in blue packaging. We've since transitioned to this gorgeous white tube that kind of is more in sync with its brothers and sisters. But Rapid Repair has literally been in the Dermelect range since almost since the beginning. I think it was part of our first 4 products that we launched, if I believe. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. It's been a minute, guys. It's been like 20 years. But the reason why the packaging is blue is, I'll show you right now. The cream itself has this gorgeous blue color. And Tim, if you want to zoom in, it's the one time I'll give you permission to zoom in. You might be asking, where does that blue color come from? And it actually comes from an ingredient called azulene. Azulene is a gorgeous blue flower that is actually derived from chamomile. And just like chamomile, you would drink a chamomile tea to settle an upset stomach, the chamomile in Rapid Repair Facial Moisturizer is going to work to soothe and de-stress and calm the skin, making it an amazing option for all skin types, including sensitive. And then look at just a little bit on the hand. Look at the dewiness. Look at the finish. Look how deeply hydrated I look. I'm not a hand model, and it's a little bit of small, but you can see like one side looks really hydrated and fresh and dewy, and the other side looks a little bit more dehydrated, less glowy, less radiant. And that's just in one little instance. So Rapid Repair, again, is formulated with chamomile, azulene, and collagen amino acids, making this a 365-day moisturizer all year round. But it's not just going to deeply hydrate and calm. Those collagen amino acids are also going to work to treat fine lines, wrinkles, really fortify the skin and give it the supportive peptides that it needs to maintain its youthfulness, its youthful structure. This is a product that you have to try and you fall in love. It can go into any regimen. It fits in perfectly. It just kind of like slides right in. And you'll see, like, with the ingredients that you're using, it is a regimen elevator for sure. This is also an award-winning treatment. We recently received the 2025 award in the New Beauty Awards. New Beauty magazine named this the best sensitive skin moisturizer of 2025, which I don't know if you know, there's a lot of moisturizers out there. I would say as as skincare companies go, if a moisturizer and basically like a cleanser are like the 2 mandatory things that you have to offer your customer. Like there is no, like the most basic routine you can offer is cleansing and moisturizing. So just about every single skincare company has moisturizers out there, and not just one. They offer many different moisturizers. This is our tried and true OG that is suitable for all skin types. But the fact that New Beauty magazine recognized this formulation as the best for sensitive skin, where we know if you have sensitive skin, you might have tried it all and you've had flare-ups or you've had bad experiences and like there's some things you just can't use. For them to say, this is it, this is the winner, this is the top, this is #1, was extremely flattering. So thank you, New Beauty magazine. And if you are looking for, to upgrade your routine, this is a moisturizer that you can use. You can start right now because it's light, it's hydrating enough for the winter months, like deeply hydrating, but it's also lightweight enough that you can use it now at the onset of summer and throughout the summer months. So that's Rapid Repair Facial Moisturizer. Highly, highly recommend. This is a product that I use. I use this all the time. Like, it's on my desk. Okay, so that was spin number 2. We should go back. Tim, you want to spin? We make a hand cameo? Sure. Don't get too excited over there. This thing keeps turning around. All right, let's do it. Hey. And we've got Runway Ready Luxury Foot Treatment. See, I knew I could count on you, Tim. Okay. So Runway Ready. I'm just I want to bring up our questions right now. Were there any? Oh, wow. We have some questions in the chat. Jen says, Cheryl, you look fabulous. Oh my gosh, thank you so much. That's very sweet of you, Jen. Christine says, this is perfect to put on before applying makeup and the lips are nice and moisturized for lipstick and at the end of my makeup routine. Love that. Yes, that's Christine talking about the Smooth and Supple. Sorry, I'm catching up here. But yes, totally can put on the Smooth and Supple before any lip color, whether it be your stain, your gloss, your lipstick, anything to just get better and longer lasting results. The travel size is so cute. I have to agree. It's a little cutie, little baby. Liza says, love all your products. Thank you so much. What products are you using? I would love to know. Bella says, rapid repair is a staple in my daily routine. Bella, I am right there with you. Literally one of my favorite Dermelect products, for sure. Michelle says, wow, your skin on your hand is glowing. Michelle's referring to my little demo that I did. Yeah, now imagine that on your face. Like, who doesn't want glowing skin? Tom says, my sisters have sensitive skin. This would be good for them. Yes. Most women think that they have sensitive skin, or at least that's what the owner of Dermelect seems to believe. I think so. I think most people have tried a product that hasn't worked for them, and then thereafter they've kind of like deemed or categorized their skin as sensitive in the aftermath of that. But what you see here are treatments that are not only effective but safe to use, which we want worry-free formulas at the end of the day. Michelle says, I love my moisturizer, but from what I just saw, I'm rethinking my life choices. I mean, I did it. I wasn't. That wasn't the intention. But I definitely want you to up your skin game. There's always a chance to up your skin game. Okay, so thank you for your comments. Keep them coming. And I don't want to neglect Tim's spin. So Tim spun the wheel, and we landed on Runway Ready Luxury Foot Treatment. No better time. It's summer, we're on the onset. I think technically summer solstice is like June 21st. It's like super soon because today's the 13th. It's like a week away. But once June hits, I feel like we're kind of already feeling it. We're like in the throes and like everyone's, if the weather is not cooperating, our minds are there. Everyone's got summer on the mind. And we're transitioning away from our coats and our sweaters. I mean, not me because I wear sweaters in July, but we're moving towards sandal season, poolside, beachside. And it's time to really during the winter, we can get away with maybe not taking care of our feet or getting our pedicure as often. I know in the summertime, I'll get a pedicure probably every 2 weeks, where in the winter, I'll kind of stretch it out a little bit longer if I can. But your feet are out, they're being presented to the world. You have to make sure you're taking care of your feet, especially during the summer months. And that's where Runway Ready comes in. This is a true treatment for the feet. And we take care of our face, and we take care of our neck, and we take care of our hands. But how many of you can say that you are truly treating your feet? And our feet get so much brunt. They take on so much labor. They're trapped away in shoes and socks. And it's so important for your well-being, for your mood, for, your mobility, that your feet feel comfortable. So if you have chapped feet, if you have tired feet, if you have dry feet, rough feet, this is a treatment that takes into account all of those concerns. And you have hydrators, you have exfoliators, all coming together to give you soft, supple, smooth feet in one application. You smooth it onto the feet and you feel a difference right away. And it's not only that you feel the difference, it's a sensory experience. If you were here right now, I could tell you this has the most pleasant, fresh, minty scent to it. Tim, tell me what this smells like. I need to talk to somebody that's here. What does it smell like?
I have no idea.
Okay, try again. Try harder.
Mint?
Yes, mint. Did it smell nice?
Smells fantastic.
Yeah, that's what I thought. So you have a superstar formula in here. This product is going to deliver protein peptides to the skin to help with roughness, to help with cracked skin. Has argan oil, which you normally see in skin and hair care to hydrate and moisturize hair. It's going to do the same thing for your feet. It's got butcher's broom, GABA, just a lot of antioxidant-rich ingredients to renew and soften and get you smooth, supple, touchable feet. And honestly, who doesn't want that? We need to make sure that when we take care of our skin, we're going from, what do we say it? Head to tips, tips to toes. So that's Runway Ready. No better time than now to check it out. And have it in your arsenal. We actually offer this product. This is the 4 ounce, the full size, but we also offer it in a 1.7 ounce, which is perfect for travel. So if you're going on that beach vacation or you're going on a trip touring Europe or China or what have you, and you're gonna be on your feet, this is like a spa in a bottle, and that 1.7 ounce bottle is perfect to take with you because you know, you can rely on the treatments that are in your hotel room or wherever you're going, but oftentimes those treatments are not the kind of thing that you would normally put on your face or on your skin. They're dirty in formulation. They have horrible ingredients. When I go to hotels and I read the ingredient decks of the creams that they offer, and I'm not saying like, you know, even really nice hotels, they, you know, you want to make sure that the stuff that you're putting on your body are worry-free, clean formulas. And everything you see here, we've already done the work. We've done the due diligence to make sure that they're just that. So that being said, that was Runway Ready Luxury Foot Treatment. Okay, and I see Jen says, Tim sounds cute. Tim? Well, Tim's taken. I'm sorry, Jen, but he is around for the live, so make sure that you mark your calendar for the next one. Michelle says, what's Tim's IG? Tim, are you willing to disclose that publicly?
Yes, actually.
Oh, okay.
I'll respond here.
Oh my, okay, wow, we're getting some traction here. I don't know how to feel. Okay, Morgan says, my feet def need some help. Morgan, don't all of our feet need some help. I literally got a pedicure yesterday and I feel like a new woman. And if you want Tim's IG, everyone tune into the chat. All right.
I'll take some clout.
Let's go for another spin, shall we? Spin number 4. Guys, let me know what you think of the French manicure. I've recently returned to a French manicure. All right, we're back on facial sampler. I'm gonna spin again. All right, money. Okay, so money. So when we're in store or we're doing like an activation or event, you have a chance to win like a gift card. Like that's what the money thing is for. But in this interaction, in this iteration of Spin the Wheel, the money is going to be a skin and nail tip because knowledge is power. Knowledge is even better than money in some instances, so why not? So what we're going to talk about, my first skin tip has to do with order of application. This is a question that we get a lot of the time because sometimes, you know, Dermelect offers targeted solutions. So what we do is we pinpoint areas of the face or the nails or the body, and we offer solutions for that area, for that specific concern. And sometimes when you are combining different concerns, it's hard to understand in what order to apply your products. So what we tell when we're creating like custom regimens or we're giving consultations to people, we always use this general rule of thumb, which is you always want to go from thinnest to thickest. And that's across beauty and skincare, no matter what brand you're using. This is a general rule of thumb. So first off, if you're cleansing, that's always your first step. Cleansing is, no matter what you're using thereafter, is always the first step. And what it does is, if you're doing it properly, it's creating a foundation. It's creating a clean canvas for everything that you put on thereafter to perform and work that much better. If you're cleansing correctly, it makes a huge difference in the outcome of your skin regimen. That being said, so cleansing, always the first step. Now, depending on the products that you have thereafter, you want to apply according to their thickness or their density, or like basically their feel. So let's say you have a toner, a serum, and a moisturizer. You would want to apply in that order. Toner, which has like a water-like consistency, is the thinnest. Then you would move on to a little bit of a thicker consistency, which would be your serum. And lastly, finish with your moisturizer. And the idea behind this is that if you were to start with your moisturizer first, it would not allow your thinner products to penetrate into the skin. It would kind of like create like a block. Whereas if you start with your toner and you allow it to absorb first, then you can start to layer on your thicker products, and everything will have a chance to absorb and sit on the skin beautifully. So again, you want to look at the consistency of the products that you're using and apply it from thinnest to thickest. That's a general rule of thumb. If it's the daytime, generally, sunscreen, if you're using a sunscreen, that's always your last step. And that can kind of go in many different ways because there's so many different kinds of sunscreens now. Like there's creams and there's sprays and there's powders. But generally, if you're using a sunscreen, if like this is like a daytime routine that you're doing, you always want to put your SPF last. Another point to make is that facial oil kind of is like that hybrid exception, like AEIOU and sometimes Y. Facial oil is kind of like your Y. Some people will put it in according to consistency, like how thick it is, where other people will apply it as like a finishing step to their routine. So it really depends on your preference. Christine says, oh, Christine likes my friend Shani. Thank you for the support, Christine. Yeah, I'm back at it, guys. Like I remember, do you have an SPF? Julia R is asking if we have an SPF. And the answer is actually no. We used to have an SPF back in like 2012, like a long time ago. And it was phased out. We have looked into bringing back SPF into the Dermelect range. Is that something that you would like to see? Like, we would love to hear from you guys, like what you're looking for, what kind of like textures or consistencies really appeal to you, or ingredients. We have our own ideas and thoughts and dreams, but would love to hear more about what you're looking for, Julia. Okay, so that was your skin tip. Let's go for another spin. Nope. All right, if it doesn't land on something new, I'm gonna do what I want. Okay, so let's go to Timeless. Timeless Anti-Aging Daily Hand Treatment. If you know, you know. This is our 2-time award-winning hand treatment. Best hand treatment from New Beauty magazines twice. And again, there are a lot of hand creams out there. So it can be hard to kind of compete, but for me personally, I can understand, or I stand by this treatment because I know it's not just a regular hand cream. When you think of hand cream, you think of a treatment that's going to moisturize your hands, correct? Am I right? This goes so much further. It's a true comprehensive treatment for your hands and by extension your nails, because it's gonna get on your nails. But it takes the concerns and the changes that your hands go through all into account. And our hands so often can be a even bigger revealer of age and wear and tear than even our face in some instances, because our hands really go through so much work and stress, and they really, the skin on the back of the hands can become very thin and delicate, and it will show signs of aging and changes that you experience throughout the years. So you might see that your hands and the skin on your hands have changed. You might see the appearance of sunspots or dark spots. You might see more wrinkling on the back of the hands. Whether, you're a gardener or you're driving a lot and your hands are in the sun, or maybe you're washing dishes a lot. Maybe you're bathing children. Maybe you're a hairdresser or a nurse or a doctor or an artist. There's so many reasons why, our hands get the brunt of so much labor. This product is a true solution for all of these things, and it has ingredients in it that are going to pinpoint and target all of those concerns. And I'm talking about, first of all, this is a deeply, deeply hydrating treatment, but it was really important for us that it not be greasy or tacky or sticky to accomplish the goal of hydrating the hands. It has a really gorgeous, powder-like finish where it absorbs nicely, it sinks in, and then you can go to your papers or your computer after. You don't have to be waiting and flapping your hands in the wind. It's got this beautiful finish, but it's also water reactivated. So if you're somebody who's a frequent hand washer for any of those reasons that I mentioned before, any other reasons that you can think of, oh, my hair is getting stuck on the wheel. This is actually a formula that's going to be reinvigorated in water as opposed to just kind of slipping away and washing away when you wash your hands. Such a unique formulation. I don't know any other company that does anything like that. But if you're somebody who washes your hands a lot, this will actually strengthen the formula, not make your hands worse. Additionally, we have lighteners and brighteners in here, like papaya extract, like our butane. These are natural lighteners and exfoliators, brighteners that are going to target discoloration, sunspots, age spots on the back of the hands, and literally resurface them away. And I remember, to this day, I remember people coming up to me in my sales days, being on beauty floors, and they'd be like, my sunspots literally rubbed away. And I was like, that's why we're doing it. You know what I mean? We want you to feel good and believe in your skin and love your skin. And if you're going through changes, and you want to address those changes, if that's a desire of yours, we want to help you to do that. Additionally, you have wrinkle fighters in here as well. Hyaluronic acid, protein peptides that are going to help with thin skin and wrinkling on the back of the hand. So again, not your mother's hand treatment, but your mother would love this treatment because it truly is an anti-aging formula for the hands. And just like the Runway Ready, we offer this in a 1.7 ounce travel size as well. So if you love this product, if you can't do without it and you're traveling, going away, or on the run, just, in your regular day, want to throw it in your purse, we have that 1.7 ounce, so you're never without your Timeless. Let me just take a look at the comments. Jen says SPF is so important. Totally agree, especially as we're entering into summer. Morgan said this was my first Dermelect product. Love it. It does, it's like magic when it does that. Morgan, are you talking about the Timeless? Please let me know because I would love to hear your first Dermelect product. My first Dermelect product was probably the Rapid Repair Facial Moisturizer, if I had to guess, if you were wondering. But if anybody else in the chat would like to let us know, what was your first Dermelect product? I'd really like to hear. Okay, I think we have one more product left to go through, and I'd be remiss to not touch upon it because if you know, you know. The little red bottle that could. A lot of people who know the Dermelect brand were first introduced to it by this treatment right here. This might be the first treatment that people have used. Oh, Morgan said Timeless was the first one she used. Amazing. Amazing, amazing. What a great way to start. But for a lot of people, they might have been introduced to Dermelect by this product right here. This product has been featured in Allure Beauty Box, Ipsy, BoxyCharm, the list kind of goes on. A lot of huge subscription boxes have championed this product and have gotten this into a lot of people's shelfies, a lot of people's makeup bags, and we couldn't be more pleased because this product truly represents a lot of what Dermelect does best. This is the one and only Self-Esteem Beauty Sleep Serum. This is a treatment that, and this is a quote from Allure magazine, I'm gonna quote them. They said, "This little red bottle might just do it all." And actually, what the full quote was, "I hate to say it, but this little red bottle might do it all." And we were like, well, why do you hate to say it? Like, maybe you should love to say it. But nonetheless, we took it as a huge compliment, and we couldn't agree more because this is exactly like the treatment says. This is like beauty sleep in a bottle. And the way that it functions is that you put a thin layer on after cleansing right before bedtime. It's a beautiful clear serum. And so you put a thin layer on the face. You can actually put it on the neck and décolleté as well. And it goes to work while you sleep. You don't work, the formula works for you. And it goes and does its magic, and you wake up in the morning to refined, perfected, smoother, glowier skin. It's that simple. This is a product that when we want to kind of flex and like show people what Dermelect can do and what we stand for, we put this product in their hands because it's a universal treatment that everyone can use and everyone can benefit from because it really targets the whole spectrum of skincare concerns. So if you have rough texture, if you have dullness, if you have sunspots, acne spots, redness, milia, wrinkles, clogged pores, I mean, I could go literally on and on. Check out on Dermelect.com the reviews on the product. You'll see everyone has a different benefit that they've garnered from using this treatment in their routine. And again, it is a skin perfector that does all the work for you. You know, imagine getting a facial while you sleep. That's what this product is. And it's powered by an amazing ingredient story of L-ascorbic acid, which is vitamin C, glycolic acid, and salicylic acid. And then it's supported by witch hazel, allantoin, hyaluronic, like a lot of beautiful, supportive, hydrating ingredients so that you have a very balanced treatment. And then in turn, balanced skin when you wake up in the morning. You don't have to wash it off. It's really as simple as that. So if you haven't tried this treatment already, I don't know what you're waiting for. You gotta move. It's for the nighttime only. A lot of people they ask if they can use it during the day. We have formulated for especially at night because of that resurfacing action. But especially in the summer months, if you choose to use this, make sure that you're using it along an SPF because you're going to have skin that's been resurfaced in the morning, and you want to make sure that it's protected when you go out and during the day. Don't tell. So Jen just said, don't tell, but I use this during the day. Jen! You know what? It's okay. You know my best friend also uses it during the day. She does not care at all. I can't tell people how to live their life, but it's called Beauty Sleep Serum, and I have to stick with the title because otherwise everyone's gonna get confused. But definitely, this is a product that people buy for themselves, they buy for a loved one. Once they see the results that it drives, it becomes highly giftable, highly coveted treatment to, you want to tell, you want to tell everybody about it. You want to shout it from the rooftops. So that kind of wraps up Spin the Wheel. I liked it. I hope you liked it too. It's a nice, fun way to kind of do a deeper dive into some of the the favorite treatments of Dermelect. If there are other treatments that you would like to spotlight, learn more about, have questions on, let us know in the comments. Would love to hear your feedback and make this a space that you can truly benefit from, learn something from, have some fun, chill out, or D, all of the above. This was really fun. The best way to kick off the weekend, and I'm so grateful to everyone who joined today. Thank you so much for coming on, and make sure that you're subscribed to learn more about the next Dermelect Live. But until then, have an awesome weekend, and I will catch you next time.